Hillary Clinton lost in part because of how incredibly poorly she did with a voting group that is one of the groups that you speak for and have historically. People used to call you middle-class Joe, son of Scranton, and she got clobbered with white working-class voters. You've said that post-Nunn you might be the only Democrat elected to the Senate that won white men. Why do you think she did so poorly with white working-class voters?
Well, first of all, I don't think as a party we spent... Look, I'm really proud of what Barack and I, the President and I, were able to do in the economy. But if you notice, the last 2 years in the President's State of the Union, there's been a shift in the focus, now that we got the car out of the ditch and on the road and running, on really focusing on the real inequities that exist and still exist for working-class, middle-class people who are left behind. And what happened was, that wasn't the central part of the campaign moving forward, in my view. Now, I said at the convention, when I introduced Hillary and praised her, I said, we don't show enough respect to that group that, in fact, has been left behind. And these are people who had good, decent jobs. My dad used to have an expression, for real. He'd say, remember, Joe, a job's about a lot more than a paycheck. It's about your dignity. It's about your respect. And as much as we've come back, there's still a segment of people who had good, decent jobs 5, 10, 12 years ago, and they're having trouble looking in the eye and saying, honey, it's going to be okay. I feel certain about where we are now. And we had to speak to those people. And, you know, globalization has not been an unalloyed asset to everybody. Some people have left behind. There's ways to deal with that. But we never got a chance to speak to it in this election, and I think we paid a price for it.
And while